What's going on, everybody? It's Prince Harris here with CLEMagazine.com. I'm here with Emilio Rojas. We in Get Set NYC, New York City's leader in urban apparel and footwear. First thing I want to ask you, since we're here in Get Set, what urban brands clothing you rock, you usually wear?
I fuck with Billionaire Boys Club. You know, they sponsored the tape that me and Green just put out. That's pretty much it.
So what about?
I gotta hold down the homies. So big shouts to Phillip and Loic and everybody over at the brand. So what
about when it comes to kicks? You a sneakerhead or anything like that?
I mean, I fucks with the Air Max heavy, like all sorts of Air Max. I like J's, of course, and you know.
No doubt. So let's get to the mixtape, Breaking Point. I want to talk about that title. What made you choose Breaking Point? You feel like right now is your breaking point? Is it that time?
No, it wasn't even that. It wasn't even that deep. Like, we did a record called Breaking Point. We were gonna throw it out as like a leak record. The response on the net was just so crazy, like, that we just decided to just title the project after it. We weren't even gonna include it as a part of anything, but just the way that people, you know, sometimes like the way other people react kind of make you switch up your movements, you know. So that's what we did, and then we kind of built the project around it. So
no doubt. So you feel like people are starting to really like respect your contributions to hip hop right now?
Your motherfuckers better respect my contributions to hip hop. Whether or not they do, I mean, that's their issue. I don't really care. I'm just gonna work. I'm gonna make my music. And right now I'm in a good situation. Like, we have a lot of people reaching out. We got a lot of attention. You know, we've had a bunch of MTV looks lately. You know, we got, you know, some major artists taking interest. Like, it's a different ball game right now. And we've worked a long time to put ourselves in this situation. So, you know, like my team, you know, with Green Lantern and everybody that we've been fucking with since day one, is finally starting to pay off, like on a larger scale. So I think this year, you know, you might see a little bit more of a breakthrough as far as Emilio, sorry to speak in the third person, is concerned, you know. So
what's your favorite track off the mixtape?
I like the joint with Imani, One Last Time. That was like, it's a breakup record, but you know, that shit is real. Like, relationships are real. I know a lot of like my diehard fans were kind of upset, like, why is he doing songs for girls? Like, but that's a record. Like, that was some stuff I was going through at the time, and that was something I had to get off my chest. And just the way the record turned out, the vibe of the record, the beat is just super hard, the hook is dope. Like, I just like the record.
And you talk about doing songs for the girls. You got some other ones on there, Pimpin' and Show Me What You Got, you know, amongst others. But you know, speak about that though. You know, what's the groupie love like right now?
I mean, I never really paid any mind to, like, I never used rap as a springboard to try to, you know, holler at chicks. Like, I've always done alright. So, like, you know, this is just whatever. Like, I don't really see nothing, like, no difference. Like, I still get what I get, and I always got what I got.
No.
That's what it is.
I want to talk about that track, Pussy and Cologne, because I keep hearing it and whatnot. And I heard you dropping the video for that, like, this week?
We're going to drop it this week for all the websites. We probably won't run that much in the networks. One Last Time is going to start on MTV.
No doubt. So last time we was trying to get up, you was heading down to Atlanta. We went down there for a listening event. I heard you got up with DJ Drama, 8-Ball, MJG. How was it down there?
Yeah, Atlanta's cool, man. We had like cause we're running the Pussy and Cologne record, the radio. So we had like a DJ listening event. That was cool. Like, you know, we met a bunch of the cats in the local Atlanta market. And big shouts to everybody we met down there. Head Crack and, you know, Sans from the affiliates, Drama, Green Lantern, all of that. So, you know.
Oh, that's live. And the last time I seen you was at the Full Out Day show. Okay, so, you know, Full Out Day's up and coming rapper just like yourself. I wanna know what other up and coming rappers that you respect right now.
I mean, I respect everybody. You know, I don't gotta like everybody, but I do have to respect everybody, and that's one thing that I try to make sure I always do, is just show people respect. Like, even if I don't fuck with them as artists. So.
No doubt. CLE, we always represented for the college kids, college love entertainment. And I did some research, found out that you actually got a full ride to University of Rochester and whatnot. And that's a dilemma that a lot of college kids face, is, you know, pursuing their dreams versus, you know, getting that degree. So, you know, speak on why you chose to, you know, do what you're doing instead of going to the University of Rochester?
I mean, I know this is for college kids and everything, but I feel like college is a scam,
be honest.
yo.
Be honest. You gotta be honest.
Like, everybody I know that graduated, nobody's using their degree, with the exception of like 1 or 2. It sets you up to be like in debt for the rest of your life. Like, people are still paying off college loans. Student loans are the one things you can't like file bankruptcy to get out of. You can't really default. The interest rates are through the roof. They set you up to be like a debt slave and like work like some bullshit job. Like, college just teaches you how to work for other people for the most part. And like, I've never been the type of person who wanted to take orders from anybody. And that's no disrespect to anybody like out there doing their thing, but like, I've been through it. I've seen my people go through it. And I respect the fact that people want to get an education and learn, but a piece of paper doesn't necessarily mean that you learn anything. Like, you could learn just as much on your own, or you could achieve just as much without that. Like, I know some kids who would have been better off to take that $125,000 they got and put into their education. They put it into something else, they would have been in a much better situation. Instead, they're in debt up to their ears. Like, this shit is crazy, and that's not a shot or an indictment at all people that are students, because college does help a lot of people to better their lives.
What do you think your life would have been like had you went to University of Rochester for them 4 or 5 years?
I don't know. I wasn't even going to class while I was there.
Okay.
Like,
so you spent some time there.
Yeah, I went like a year and a half, and I just was like, yeah, this isn't for me. I was just like, yeah. I didn't really like school in general. Like, high school, I wasn't really fucking with high school. The only reason I applied to U of R was because I could drive the application in the day it was due. So we drove it in. Fuck it. I mean, it wasn't my thing. I was there. I was hollering at girls the whole time. I was in my dorm laid up. Like, I wasn't out at class. So.
And spring semester, there's usually a lot of concerts on college campuses and whatnot. Are there any schools that you would like to perform at this spring?
We just signed a booking agency deal, so we'll be attached to some tours this spring, and we're gonna be good money. You're gonna see us in a lot of markets popping up.
No doubt. Any specific schools that you definitely want to show up at?
I mean, whatever. Any place that's food. As long as there's food, that's it. As long as there's food, I'm good.
No doubt.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna throw out a couple topics. I want you to give me just like one-line answers, so you can keep it to one word. Alright, first topic I'm gonna throw out there is Green Lantern.
The homie.
Venezuela.
The homeland. Holla.
Rochester.
The hometown.
Maybach Music Group.
The homies.
Grammy.
Circle jerk.
Alright, no doubt. So, if hip-hop was a person,
right?
I'm talking about if this was, a him or her, hip-hop is a person, what would you ask? What would you tell them?
If hip-hop was a person?
Right. So if hip-hop was a person, what would you say to them?
I wouldn't tell this shit. You can't tell hip-hop shit.
So you got no words for hip-hop?
No words for hip-hop, man. Hip-hop does what it wants.
No doubt. So we're here with CLEMagazine.com. Emilio Rojas.
What up, y'all? It's Emilio Rojas. You are checking out CLEmagazine.com. Keep it locked.